Welcome back, champions, to another powerful episode of Confidence on Command Live. I am your host, Nakisha J. Gregory, the Crown Confidence Alchemist. And for those of you who are tuning in for the very first time, you could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're here, and I don't take that lightly. People often ask, what exactly is the Crown Confidence Alchemist? It means I am called and qualified to help people awaken their identity, ignite alignment, and transform pain into purpose. This isn't just a title, it's a mission, it's a ministry, it's my lived experience. My mission is to help you own your story without apology. My vision is a world where confidence isn't reserved for the loudest voice in the room, but awakened in every person who has ever felt unseen, unheard, or overlooked. My purpose is to shift atmospheres by showing up authentically and teaching you to do the same. Because when you learn to command your confidence, you command your life. In our very first episode, we talked about the power of showing up, how confidence begins the moment you decide, I deserve to be present. But today we're going deeper. Showing up is one thing, allowing yourself to be seen, your truth, your scars, your strength, your story takes another level of courage. People will say, just be bold, just be visible, just be yourself and put yourself out there. But for many of us, visibility hasn't always been safe, especially if you grew up bullied, judged, isolated, or silenced, especially if you experienced abuse, trauma, or shame. That's why today's theme is the courage to be seen, because visibility is vulnerability, and that's your superpower. So stay right here, champions. We'll be right back. More truth, more healing, more power, right after this. Don't move.
We yelling GG2G. That's give glory to God, because that's what you supposed to do. By William Womack. But you can call me William T. Stars. Yeesh.
Own it, shine it, crown it.
Welcome back, champions. It's time for the collective, where real people share real conversations that make confidence practical. Before we dive in, I am honored to welcome a very special guest to the collective, a leader, an entrepreneur, a powerhouse, and one of our season 1 sponsors. Champions, please help me welcome Desiree Huff, owner of Balance Wash and Fold, a SWAM certified business serving Virginia Beach, Norfolk, and Chesapeake, and the proud sponsor of our Letters to the Crown segment. Desiree is a woman of strength, dedication, and purpose. Her company embodies their motto, putting the balance between life and laundry, helping families reclaim time, peace, and confidence, one load at a time. Desiree, thank you for being here today and for pouring into this platform with such heart. You're not just a sponsor, you're one of our major community partners, and we are grateful for your work.
Thank you.
You are very welcome. So Desiree, when did you first realize that being seen was something you deserved and not something you had to earn?
It would be a time when I just finally got tired of shrinking myself. I woke up and decided that I deserved to take up space just like anyone else.
Yes. I love that. And you do deserve to take up space just like anyone else.
Thank you.
And how did childhood bullying or any early criticism shape your identity?
It definitely made me an overthinker. Excuse me, very cautious. I had voices in my head from people who didn't even matter. It took me some time, though, to realize that those people never really knew me.
They don't. And, I've been guilty of that. I tell people, you can't let someone live rent free in your head and they're not paying the light bill.
Exactly.
And so you got to make sure that we are able to listen to God's voice.
Yes.
And believe in ourselves. So I love that answer.
Thank you.
So what helped you stop hiding the parts of yourself you once protected?
Healing, and honestly, just choosing people that see me for who I am. Those people that I'm currently around make me feel like it's okay to be me.
Yeah.
They don't make me feel like I'm too much.
I love that. And your circle does matter. You change your circle, you can change your life.
Amen.
One of the things that a pastor of mine once said, whoever has your ear has your destiny. And you want to make sure you're surrounded by people who are going to pour into you and to help you grow. And you both are able to elevate together. So I absolutely love that. You're in control of how you see yourself by who you surround yourself with.
Exactly.
So what would you tell someone who still feels invisible or afraid to be seen?
I would tell them that you're not invisible and you don't have to be fearless just to be seen.
Yeah.
Once you get tired of shrinking yourself, you'll start showing up for yourself.
You start showing up. You gotta own your story. Shift the energy and command the room.
That's
I love
right.
that. So Desiree, what does courage look like for you right now?
Right now, courage looks like to me showing up every day. Even when it's uncomfortable, even when I'm unsure, just making sure that I am showing up and being my authentic self.
I love it. And the authentic version of you is powerful.
Thank you.
So where can our viewers find you on social media? How can they book your services for Balance, Wash, and Fold? How can we get in contact with you?
Absolutely. You guys can find me online at www.bwf757.com and at BWF757. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Yelp, Google, you name it.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. It was so powerful. Now I want to shift into a space that's a little bit more compassion, truth, and healing.
Own it, shine it, crown it.
This next segment, sponsored by Balance, Wash, and Fold, is called Letters to the Crown, a sacred space where real people share their truth, their fears, their victories, and their questions about confidence. If you have a letter that you want to be read on the show, email me at Nakisha J. Gregory at confidenceoncommandlive.com. Your voice matters. Your healing matters. Your story matters. Dear Crown, I grew up learning how to make myself invisible. As a child, I was bullied for how I looked, how I talked, and even for things I couldn't control. Every day I felt like a reminder that being myself was dangerous. When I became an adult, I thought life would get better. Instead, I entered a relationship that broke me even more. It started with words, then isolation, then fear, then violence. I stopped recognizing myself. I stopped believing in myself. And the world that already told me to stay quiet finally succeeded because I disappeared inside my own life. But something in me is still fighting. I want to be seen again, but I'm scared. How do you reclaim your confidence when the world has taught you that visibility means pain? Signed, a survivor, still learning to stand in the light. To the survivor who wrote this, I need you to hear me clearly. You were never meant to be invisible. You were born with brilliance, not brokenness. And every person who bullied you, shamed you, or hurt you reacted to your light because they didn't know what to do with their own darkness. What you went through was not your fault. Not then, not now, not ever. You learned to shrink as a way to survive, but survival and identity are not the same thing. Your visibility was never the danger. Abusers were. The child who hid to stay safe, the adult who silenced herself to stay alive, they did what they had to do, and I honor them. But also, I want you to hear this. You don't have to hide anymore. You don't have to disappear. You deserve peace. You don't have to shrink to make others comfortable. You reclaim your confidence one breath at a time, one choice at a time, one moment at a time. Visibility doesn't require perfection. It requires permission. Your permission not to shine, but to simply exist in the open again. The world didn't teach you the truth about who you are. It taught you fear, but fear is not your identity. You are worthy of being seen. You are worthy of being heard. You are worthy of being loved and with light. And whenever you are ready, even if it's one soft, trembling step at a time, the world will make room for you.
Own it, shine it, crown it.
So, champions, I want to ask you something. When was the last time you allowed yourself to be seen, truly seen, without shrinking, without apologizing, without explaining yourself? So, I'm going to call on an audience member and see who wants to interact with today's question. Hi, what's your name?
Hi, my name is Nay,
Hey, Nay, where are you from?
Maryland.
Maryland, all right. So, what made you decide to come here to Hampton Roads?
Just looking for a little inspiration.
Okay. Well, hopefully you found it on today's show. So, what was your thoughts on the letter today?
It was a really touching story. If nobody has ever experienced that personally, she probably touched them and gave them a way to understand it better. It was really sad, and I just want that person to know that, like, you just gotta never shrink yourself. Always show up. Always.
And so, when was the last time when maybe it was hard that you had to show up for yourself?
Sometimes it's hard, kind of like every day when you wake up, you just never know how the day is gonna go. So I have things that I tell myself every morning, like, you are great, you know what I mean? Little things to motivate myself if I'm feeling like I can't,
Those affirmations are very, very important. Thank you for sharing today, Nay, and we appreciate you for being here. Some of you are still learning, some of you are still fighting through fear, some of you are just new to taking your first step, but that's okay. Visibility is a journey, not performance. We thank you for the letter writer, for your courage. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
Own it, shine it, crown it.
Okay. All right. Okay. So let's welcome the incredible Nzinga Amani. Hey, friend.
Hey girl, how you doing?
I am doing wonderful. So I just want everyone to know who is not living up under a rock that you are an actress, singer, entrepreneur, and you've been seen on BET's Zatima and Sisters. And you're also the founder of Nimani and a
Yes.
true trailblazer for body confidence and authenticity. I am so honored to have you here today.
I'm honored to be here and congratulations on
Thank
Confidence and
you.
Command.
Thank you so much. So you have refined beauty and visibility and entertainment through your authenticity and confidence. What does owning your story look like to you as a woman, as an actress, as an entrepreneur who's creating her own lane?
Oh, one thing I love about being able to have all these platforms and different ways to showcase myself is that I can teach people how to treat me and how to see me in different ways. A lot of times we're limited as plus size actors to the best friend role or undesirable. And the reality of it in real life, that's not the case. So I want to bring some of that to the screen. And I've been able to do that in different ways, including the new movie that's coming out called Friend Zone, where I play the lead. It's a rom-com and it's fun, it's cute, and I am absolutely desired. And I feel like that's the thing that I do that breaks past what you normally see on TV when it comes to love interest and plus size women. So just being able to step into those roles and create those platforms, because I'm also a producer on that project as well.
That is amazing. And you're absolutely right. So the first time I saw you on Zatima, I was on you. I was like, oh my gosh, she's so beautiful.
Thank you.
I wanted the outfits, I wanted the makeup, the hairstyle. I was like, let me put my
Mhm.
hair back right quick so I can have that style. So you have commanded the room every time you walk
Thank
in.
you.
If no one
Thank you.
has told you that.
And that's very intentional, because I also had to strong arm dressing myself in some of these roles, because
Mm,
a lot of times you walk into a fitting room and they have choice and it's like, did y'all see the character description? Because she's a baddie. Like, but
a baddie.
I know that if you're not in this world and you have never dressed a 3X person before,
Mhm.
sometimes it's hard to find the pieces. Or if you do find them, they may take a while to come. So I've curated a closet over the past several years that prepare me for these situations. So I never mind stepping in and being like, you know what?
I fit my own.
I actually brought some options if y'all want to see that. too.
I love it. I absolutely
Yeah.
love it. And as it should be. And so
Hmm.
you've kind of answered that question, but I'm gonna ask it for our audience. You've navigated an industry that doesn't always make space for plus size women to be beautiful, powerful, desired, celebrated. So how do you shift that energy and stay grounded when the world tries to project their limits on you? Like what do you do in order to be like, wait a minute, look at me.
Hmm.
I got this.
I'm absolutely a problem solver. I rarely bring to attention an issue without having a solution. And I feel like that's the way that I've been able to maneuver in this industry without constantly complaining or anything like that. Eh, You don't have to close for me. Don't worry, baby. I brought some options. Um, you finished my makeup? You sure it's done? Okay, no problem. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick and do what I need to do because at the end of the day, I'm representing myself and I'm representing my community. So for me, I've just always been very cautious of how I present when it comes to being in front of people because I know how often we're overlooked. I
Yeah.
won't let that happen on not on my watch.
I
So
know that's right. And you
so
are your brand. Like you said, you
absolutely.
represent yourself.
Absolutely.
So
There
you have to show up the way you want to
Mhm.
be treated.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
that's why I always try to come and solve a problem. Like I said with the wardrobe, but also when it comes to the makeup, I take that very seriously too, and I don't try to cause problems on set. Just know if I take a little longer in the bathroom, I'm gonna come out, you're gonna be like, oh,
Well, it's always flawless. I tell you that it's always flawless
thank
from head to
you.
toe. You're welcome. So our premiere theme is the power of showing up, and so you know how to show up. So
Absolutely.
confidence it starts the moment that you do. So what has showing up for yourself in your art, your business, and your purpose taught you about resilience and faith?
Oh, I think learning my voice and how to speak up for myself was a big part of that. It's scary and it's intimidating to do those things, to be in a situation where there's a group of people who work together and they expect
Mhm.
things to go a certain way, and sometimes you have to push against that to fight for yourself and your own voice. And it's never about being an issue, but it's always about standing up for you. And I feel like finding my voice and being able to speak up for myself and do it in a way that's not condescending, not too diva, but just
Yeah.
letting people know, like, I've got an idea or I have a suggestion or something like that. And typically it's not met with too much pushback. I do get pushback every now and then, but at the end of the day, we all want to create something that is going to tell the story correctly. Is going to show the people, show their work in the best light, show my work in the best light. So just learning how to maneuver in those situations, how to speak to people, to be mindful that it's their art and their craft as well.
Mhm.
So just, learning how to juggle those two things and move from a place of kindness and heart, but also being firm and standing up for yourself as well.
That's a lot to juggle, and I
Yeah.
appreciate you being transparent about that
Mhm.
because a lot of people they don't feel like they have the voice that you can be
Mhm.
kind and still be stern in how you
Yeah.
want to be treated because if you aren't your own voice, who else is going to speak up for you?
Mhm.
You have to
Absolutely.
be able to do that for yourself. And so you've built such an inspiring brand that fuses creativity, confidence, and representation. What do you hope young women take away from watching you? How you live, how you lead, how you love on yourself
Mhm.
unapologetically. What do you want them to take from that?
Oh, to do the same, to figure out what you love and not be afraid to do it and shine and just experiment. Let people see you grow, see you develop. Whether it's my days doing ratchet parodies to curating a line or doing some of my more luxury work when it comes to my clothing designs. Like not being scared to try things
Yeah.
because I think so often we're scared of what people think along the way, and you can't be creative and be worried about what people think. You have to kind of just put it out there, get your feedback, but not take it too hard, not take it to heart. People have something to say about everything.
They do.
Take what you can, what will help you from that, and throw away the rest and just keep moving forward. I think that's the greatest lesson, is just to not let the outside noise stop you from experimenting, because that's the only way you grow.
It is the only way you grow, and I love that. And you're speaking to my heart as well, because that was a hard thing for me, being able to just show up and worry about what other people would think. Like, oh, I'm not qualified. What can I do? But at the end of the day, I was like, you know what? This is your vision. This is your mission. This is what God gave you. It
And
doesn't
he
matter
will
what anybody else
qualify
has
you.
to say.
Absolutely. He will qualify you.
He will qualify you.
Absolutely.
So, like, it's time. So, Nzinga, you are such a light and force. Thank you so much for showing up and shining with us today. Before we close, please tell our champions how they can keep up with you and the extraordinary work you're doing, and where they can connect with you online in the community, as well as the good news you got this morning.
Yes. Oh, yes. Hey y'all, it's Nzinga Imani, and you can find me on social media, all things Nzinga Imani. That's Nzinga Imani. You can find my clothing boutique, Shop Namani, at ShopNimani. And you can find me on Zatima on BET Plus and BET. You can also find me on Friend Zone on All Black. It'll be streaming November 13th. I play the lead love interest in the story. Super excited about that. And I just got news that I'm in the Exo Nicole 100 It Girl groups, along with amazing company. So super excited about that. What else is going on? Thank you. I feel like that's everything that comes to mind. But yeah, check me out. Follow me on all things social media.
Yeah, we gotta follow you and have you back again. I like
Absolutely.
this energy. We gotta have you speak to our ladies and make them know that they could own their story, shift the energy, and command the room by just showing up.
Absolutely.
And thank you for being here. I'll see you next time.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Own it, shine it, crown it.
Welcome back, champions, to another powerful episode of Confidence on Command Live. I am your host, Nakisha J. Gregory, the Crown Confidence Alchemist. And for those of you tuning in for the very first time, you could have been anywhere else, but you're here, and I don't take that lightly. People often ask, what exactly is the Crown Confidence Alchemist? It means I am called, qualified to help people awaken identity, ignite alignment, and transform pain into purpose.
WoMacProtects.com. You need life insurance? Send me back your information, just your name, your date of birth, height, weight, couple medical questions. I'll find the lowest affordable rate for whatever amount is going to fit your budget. Yeah, it's that easy. That's what I do. Yes, I do it nationwide. Getting life insurance shouldn't take anything unusual.
Champions, now it's time for one of my favorite parts of the show. Inside the Confidence Kitchen, we transform simple pantry staples, and leading us with heart, compassion, and a whole lot of fire is our resident chef, Chef Barsha McCullough. Champions, help me welcome her here.
Hi. So today we're doing citrus tuna wraps from the pantry to the plate. And I'm going to teach you how to use those ingredients to make those tuna wraps, okay? So we're going to start with some corn, some tuna, 22 grams of protein. I know my own protein. We're going to use a lemon for your citrus, and we're going to use mayonnaise. Now, if you don't have mayonnaise, they have mayonnaise packs that you can utilize. They also have utensils that you can go to the store and utilize. They have salt and pepper packets in. So we're going to get this started. We're going to add the tuna to the bowl. And you're going to do the whole can of tuna. You're going to add about a 4 cup of corn. Since I have this, I'm going to go ahead and use this. But if you have the mayonnaise packets, you can get those packets from anywhere. So I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of that. And then we're going to take this lemon, we're going to cut it and add a little bit of citrus. Make sure you don't get any seeds in there. And me, I like to season my food. So I got a little bit of Old Bay seasoning. I got a little bit of Montreal chicken. I have some paprika, smoked paprika. And I also have some garlic powder. Then we're gonna mix all this up. We're gonna add a little bit of salt and pepper also. And if you don't have these Right here, you also have the salt pepper shakers and your patty soap there. Gonna mix that up. You have your wrap, of course. Oh, I forgot my daggone lettuce and tomato. So we're gonna take this, we're gonna add this to this wrap. Just wrapping it. There you have it. Cut this up. Which I probably won't show that one. Don't show that one. Now this wrap. And that is these simple meals that you can do from pantry to plate, that you don't have to waste any food, throw any foods away.
Shine it, crown it.
Champions, thank you for spending your morning with us. Today reminded us that visibility isn't weakness, it's courage, it's truth, it's power. Show up, be seen, stand in your truth, because when you allow yourself to be seen, you give others permission to do the same. Join me next Saturday for episode 3, The Power of Letting Go. Own your story, shift the energy, command the room.
Remember, Empress. Your story has power. Your presence has purpose. And your confidence commands the room. I'm Nakisha J. Gregory. Until next time, stay bold, stay brilliant, and keep showing up on purpose. Confidence on command. Remember, Empress. Your story has power. Your presence has purpose. And your confidence commands the room. I'm Nakisha J. Gregory. Until next time, stay bold, stay brilliant, and keep showing up on purpose. Confidence on command. Own it, shine it, crown it.
Welcome back, champions, to another powerful episode of Confidence on Command Live. I'm your host, Nakisha J. Gregory,